Hey, I'm live. Yeah, I guess I should have tried my software on my computer before I did this. But, live and learn. Maybe I can try for it when two people come on. Hello, hello, hello. I am trying to work out better software for my laptop, but I didn't think to do that before I go live. I thought it would be just easier. So I'm on my phone. So maybe it'd be nice if I put the volume up since I don't need this. I'm inside. Hey, Haley, you not having dinner? Amen. There we go. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This to the first Tea with D live meeting. Let's wait for a few more people to come on. I've already gotten 12. I know, I'm sorry. Is it better now? Because I stopped. Someday I'll figure out the live because I really should have practiced on my laptop before. So, ooh, I love good 5 smart point dinners. I had a hot mess today. Hot mess day for me. I don't know why. I mean, I didn't eat too bad, but hey, Dawn. Welcome to the first inaugural Dish with D tea time. I have my tea. And I have my meeting card. And I'm ready to talk some tea about the meeting. Hello, hello. Michelle loves to scrap. I'm here. I even have cards in case I want to write notes down. Yeah, I don't know why hey, Nancy from Northern California. I don't know why I had a bad night. Yes, this is from Joan's Pointed Plate. She made me a cup. My tea is in here. I have iced tea. I drink hot tea too, but mostly iced tea in the summer. Good evening, Kim. Alrighty. I have 20 people. I advertise this thing everywhere. I did, because I thought I was having a live the other day and I thought, geez, there isn't an online meeting. You'd think somewhere along the line, some Weight Watcher coach would have a meeting. Hello from Massachusetts. So I thought, let's preface this with, I am not a Weight Watchers coach. I am not anything but a Weight Watchers member who enjoys the program, who has lost 104 pounds on the program. It's not my first rodeo on this program. I've been with Weight Watchers several rodeos I've had with Weight Watchers. So I just, trying to get that last 9 pounds off. And thought, what a better way for me to help people. There's Joan's Pointed Plate. Went in and out. Oh, well, yeah, Joan's on the road. She's coming back from college. So I'll give us hello to Joan at her Pointed Plate. So the meeting this week was about make room for happiness. Like I said in my video the other day, Elle Woods always said, happy people don't kill their husbands. When you exercise or you produce endorphins that make you happy, smiling makes you happy. She says that when you smile, your whole everything changes. I don't know if I believe that, but this is what I've been told. If you make yourself smile, you feel better. I mean, you're not going to be successful if you're not happy, or at least content, focused. I mean, this journey is not easy. So you have to be positive. And I know at different times, like this week, for some reason, I don't know why I was a little bit wonky on my plan. The chips, that was my first thing. The chips at the Mexican restaurant. And I do well when I go out to eat. I don't ever fear eating out. But Mexican Tostito chips do me in every time. And it's not like I have like queso dip. Oh no, it's just salsa. I could just eat, I think I ate half the bowl. And I could have stopped. I could have. But, once in a while, like we don't go out to Mexican very often. So once in a while, if I have a chip-palooza, I have a chip-palooza. I'll live and learn. Live and learn. But they're saying, like, find things that make you happy. And when you're happy, you're in a better frame of mind to make better choices. So, obviously I was happy yesterday. So, I mean, I had a couple sips of my husband's margarita. Maybe that was it. Maybe I was too loose. But happy people make choices. It's hard. It's hard to always be on point all the time. I don't know. I mean, is anybody out there on point 24/7? I'm not. I admit that. I am not 100% on point. I don't know if anybody else out there on point 24/7, never ever make a mistake, never ever go off your points. Every day and I say to myself, maybe I should, reel that back in and be more focused. Holy Jesus, good point. But he's not on WW. But that's, I'm 53, just turned 53 years old. And that's like creating a whole new persona of Denise. She is who she is. I like her. For the most part, she's a pretty nice girl. She just likes to eat. So if I could curb her 80% of the time, I win. But trying curbing her more than that, I don't know. It'd be a little unrealistic. Have a happy hour. This week, make a plan to prioritize something you enjoy. What do you guys enjoy? That's the thing. I don't know what I enjoy. That was a hard one. What do I enjoy? I enjoy eating. That's what I enjoy. I enjoy food. And that wasn't on the card. Nope. No food on the card. I enjoy cooking, baking. Not on the card. No. They're talking like reading, listening to podcasts, crafting. I don't craft. I'm craft challenged. I am craft challenged. I just don't have, I don't know why. I always try different crafts. Yes, I am a foodie and proud too, Michelle. That is my thing. That's what I love to do. I love to create, and I like to eat it after I'm done creating it. But that's not on the card. Nope. An activity you enjoy doing with others. Hey, Wanda from South Carolina. I'm welcoming everybody here. I'm so glad we have a lot of people showing up. If you guys, if you haven't already, please subscribe. I want to do this once a week. I'm thinking Sunday nights is best, but, Pet Cemetery. Oh, I read that many, many moons ago. I don't even remember. Great movie. This is hard. If you wonder why I stopped, because I read. And I think it would be better on the laptop, but for sure I have to download the software, which who knew that you had to download software? So I'm on the phone, in case you wonder why I'm a little bit scattered. But back to an activity you find meaningful, like volunteering. I do like to volunteer, so I do that. Because I run our women's group at church. I know you find that all hard to believe. I find that hard to believe. But yes, I do run. I'm head angel. Our group is called the Angels, and I am the archangel. Yeah, I know. Where's my wings? But yeah, I do that, and that's fun. We don't do too much over the summer. Yeah, it's hard. Food is hard. Food's so damn good. And it's like, it's annoying. That's why I like to find these hacks. I'm the hack queen. I like hacks. I know my halo. It's, yes. But we do a lot of volunteer work at my groups. I do enjoy that. And that does take up some time once fall comes in. So I'll be more into that. Hey, Judy. I don't have my glasses on either, so I hope I don't read everybody's name wrong. Yes, no glasses, didn't set up my laptop. Wow, I'm ahead, aren't I? But yeah, I like to volunteer. I like to do things in charity work and set up fundraisers. We have a lot of interesting events. We're having a yard sale. We're having a vendor event. And of course, most of the other people run that. So I'm just I just show up and look important, But, a good leader has a great team under her. They do. Hello, Belinda. Welcome into the Dish with D tea session. Girls, you have your tea? Linda's here. Yes, thank you, Linda. Yes, grab your tea, girls. Grab your tea. We're dishing WW or any weight loss plan that you follow. I heard, so another channel, and it's for Nurse. If you haven't, check her out. She was talking about, and she said what I've been saying. She heard through the grapevine that the new changes in WW are going to come from, they're going to, assess you, the coach, and see, they're going to offer different plans, which is, I said this from the get-go. I track bites is killing you because they offer everything I mean, they're going to say, well, this WW plan is what they feel is the right one. I get that. But as a person, I might like Points Plus. Ooh, I don't like coffee, but it's good if you did. Like, I might like Points Plus. And as long as I follow that, that's fine. It might work for me, where Smart Points doesn't. Like, everybody is different. Everybody. And if somebody wants to do simply filling, they want to do carbs, if they want to do stinking keto, who is anybody to sit there and say no? It's your body, it's your choice. I get they can't back all that, but they don't have to because nobody's asking them to back it. All they want is, yes, we need to track everything. I used to do iTrack Bites up until they had a promo to get the app. I used to just pay for meetings and did the iTrack Bites on my phone. I did the Smart Points and just didn't count the 0 point foods. Hey, Carrie. But I think, exactly, everybody's different. Something might work better for somebody else than it does for me. So who are they to and I'm thinking, and they're missing out because they already own those plans. So why is iTrack Bites making the money that they should be making? I've said this before. If somebody wants to do Points Plus, Points, Core, remember the Core to, a fat, a chicken, a fat, a milk, a bread. Maybe that's how they need to, we all learn different. I mean, kids in school, they all learn different. So we are the same way. We were those kids, so we're still learning that way. So why can't another plan work for them? I think they're just missing the boat. So I'm thinking that's what I said, and she backed that up. So I'd be all for that. What plan would I follow? That's a really good question. I don't know. I do like I was big on Points Plus, but yes, I do, Jeannie. I need to be on the advisory council. Where's Oprah? I was going to invite her, but I didn't get around to it. I'm going to invite Oprah to the next one. Next week, Oprah's better show up. Because they're missing a lot. It's like Built Bar. You could bash the burner bar all you want. I wasn't a proponent of it. I didn't like it. But, I'm not. But it was ingenious for them to hit that market of Weight Watcher people. That's what I thought was ingenious because they were out for the people who work out. That was the bar. That bar was for people who exercised. It was a protein bar for people who exercised. We found it because it was 3 points and somebody on the Weight Watchers, and it just went nuts. So they said, hey, we got a lot of people here that are on a weight loss journey and they love our bars. What can we do to just really blow up? Well, let's do something that helps them lose weight. Though we knew Garcinia Cambogia and green tea extract weren't going to do it. But apparently nobody gave them the memo. Hey, Stacy! But I think it's ingenious that they tried. It makes sense. You're a company. You're seeing a lot of people who are buying your product are weight loss people. So I believe, they should have went for it. Did they screw up? Absolutely. They gave me the 2-week test run. I had to sign this non-disclosure agreement. I couldn't say anything. I don't want to say anything. They were horrible. But it was hard to eat 2 Built Bars a day. It really was. And in the beginning, it's like, 2 Built Bars a day. That's 6 points, firstly. Didn't think about that thinking, that's 6 points a day on bars. Yeah, not their best idea. And only thing I could attest to those Built Burners was I didn't feel hungry, which was annoying because Built Burners aren't food. That's a treat. I don't want to have a candy bar for lunch. I want to have lunch. People say, I eat it for lunch. I can't eat that for lunch. I need to eat food. So yeah, but like I said, if anybody just joined us, we're talking about the rumors about WW. I heard, thanks to Stacy, that I watched N is for Nurse, and she heard, like I said, none of this is gospel. Hey, Rose. Oh, Lynn, so is the caramel, I told you the caramel brownies, all that in a bag of chips. That better be a regular Built Bar. But I heard that they're going to offer different plans based on your need. Which makes sense. They own these plans. Why not use them? I think that they're missing the boat if they don't. But that's me. Back to the meeting. This is why I don't think I am not a Weight Watchers leader. I put that already out there. Somebody that's on the plan, has lost 104 pounds I've lost 70, almost 80 since February of 2018. I lost the other 25 the year prior, but I kind of gained 25. So yeah, but I've lost that. So I'm 104 down. I have 9.9.5 to goal. So, oh, thank you, Linda. But I'm leading my peeps here because I thought there's a need for a meeting for people who don't go to meetings. I'm thinking, I don't understand why there isn't an online forum where people can discuss, ask questions. And this week it's about make room for happiness. This was actually last week, since today starts a new one, but we're a week behind. Make room for happiness. I am not calling this WW channel because I don't want them arresting me. This is just Tea with D. And yeah, I might share the card. But yeah, find a happy, what makes you happy? Happy people make better choices. Elwood said it. Endorphins. Oh, I thank you, Jean. You never know. Maybe they'll ask me. They don't ask until you make goal, and I'm still 9 pounds away. But you never know. And I would probably do it if I was asked. Because I mean, A, it would keep me on par. And B, this is something I kind of get. And I get people. And it's, to me, it's not a black and white issue all the time. It's food, and it's delicious, and it's hard. And I get it. And the struggle is real. I always say this is the hardest thing you'll ever do in life. Giving birth wasn't this hard. Raising kids almost wasn't this hard. Depriving yourself of nourishment is hard. Oh, how do you stop a binge? It's hard. I had a binge last night. I binged on chips. Oh, thank you, Stacey. I did. And you know what? And the point was, I don't go out for Mexican that often. And it was chips. And I thought to myself, you know what? I was out with my son and my husband and my brother-in-law, who my son wanted to see before he goes back to school. And they were talking and I was bored. So that's probably why I ate the chips. And they were homemade chips. I didn't eat some chips out of the bag. These were homemade Mexican chips with the restaurant salsa. You feeling me on that? Nice and thin and very cilantro. I love cilantro. I'm a big cilantro person. So it was good. And I think to myself, well, is chips bad, or would it be better if I ate a whole cake? Yeah, they do. And it's not like, most of the time I did the Mexican binge on chips. It was a while. It's been a while. We don't go out. Maybe Mexican was probably about 4 months ago. It's been a while. So I didn't binge. I don't binge on the weekly. And did I have too many? Sure I did. I'll have to tighten those strings up. But that made me happy. And maybe happy people burn more calories. They do. I try to increase my walking. I do my new exercise thing. Next week, I'll show you my arm exercise. I did show it on the live I did Friday. So if you want to go see my army thing, go check it out. Back to the meeting. See how I get sidetracked? We are all in the pursuit of happiness, right? It's basic human drive to seek out only monetary joy and pleasure, but also longer lasting sense of life, satisfaction, and well-being. We all want to be thin. We all want to be thin. And I hate the word thin, so why I even said that word thin. We all want to be a better version of ourselves. It's hard. But my biggest advice is never say, I want to lose 10 pounds in 2-3 weeks. It is hard. It is hard. It's hard to get in that mindset. You have to get in the mindset and focus. I always say, I'm like this. If I go like this, then it's all over. So I keep my head down into the ground and I just focus. And I look back at pictures that I had from a few years back. I felt my shoulder the other day, how I could actually feel my shoulder. I didn't feel all the flesh around it. I'm like, ooh, interesting. I could see neck bones. My neck. I have a neck now. Back in my heavier, I'm all like this, and I didn't have a neck. I'm like, oh my God, I have a neck. I could fit in necklaces that I haven't been able to wear. And I think how better I feel health-wise. I mean, I could climb on a chair. I could dance and not get exhausted. I could kneel down and tie the kids' shoes at school. And the girls laugh at me, oh, you're going to kneel down? I'm like, yeah. I used to ask the older kids, can you just tie his shoe for me? Because I didn't want to do it. So I always think, I always say set little goals. I couldn't, because I walked in there at 270, having to lose 100 pounds. And I couldn't think, actually 120 pounds. I couldn't think that, because I think if I had to think of how much I had to lose, I could never do it. So I thought to myself, well, if I could just get 1.5 pounds off this week, And then a pound and a half next week, that's 3 pounds. And then a pound and a half would be 4.5 pounds. And then my goal was to get to 5. And then the next 7. So it was just little steps. And before I knew it was like a 20, 25. And then nobody really noticed my weight loss. I was probably about 30, 35 pounds before people would say, oh, you're losing weight? Because I was big. And when people say, you didn't look 100 pounds heavier. Well, yeah, I was. And I felt every pound of it. And it's funny because I'm going to tell this funny story. I had underwear. Now, mind you, underwear grows with you. It's stretchy. So when I went out to buy underwear, this is before I lost weight, I got the same size. And I thought, well, it still fits. And it didn't fit. The new one didn't fit because it wasn't stretched out. It was horrible. And I'm like, well, I guess I gained weight. So, needless to say, after I lost the weight, I found that underwear because I wasn't able to wear it, and now it's too big. But that's, little victories like that keep me going. Little things like that. I mean, fitting in a size 12. I mean, that was a big thing for me. I haven't been a size 12 since before I got married. I was probably a 14, 16 when I got married. So I'm actually lighter now than I was when I got married, which is hilarious. I should get my wedding dress out. So those things are what keep me going. And I want to finish. I've never finished. I've never become lifetime. I've never made my goal. I've never gotten this close. So now I want to finish. So now that's what's driving me. I want to finish. And I have you guys now that I'm talking to you, so I can't screw up because I can't. So that helps me do more. And doing this is going to be helping me, is going to be helping you, and you're going to be helping me back. So it's hard. I mean, have a happy hour, it said. This week, make plans to prioritize something you enjoy. That's a big deal. Oh, thank you, Jeannie. It's important to take care of you because you know what? Nobody else is taking care of you. You take care of everybody. At least I know I do. And I know I should try on my wedding dress. But nobody's saying to take care of you. So in order for you got to pamper yourself. I mean, we pamper everybody else. We pamper our family. We pamper our kids. We pamper our friends. But who pampers us? Nobody. So in order for you to be able to help others, you have to help yourself. Or even for you to do well, you have to have the right stuff in. Oh, I hate the word skinny. I told off the Weight Watcher people because we get this thing called Zingle. I don't know if you guys get it. It's like a text that reminds you of your meeting. And then you get the Zingle the next day after your meeting with a little quote and yada, yada, yada. Well, they sent me a Zingle. Was it after my meeting? I think it was. And it said, oh, yeah, nothing tastes as good as skinny feels. I'm like, seriously? Seriously. I don't want to be skinny. I don't think half the people in my meeting want to be skinny. That's not the goal. And I said, the fact that you're touting that, is that your goal, Weight Watchers, for us to be skinny? Because if we're not skinny, we're not there. See that? I went off on her on texts. I didn't think she was going to respond because I don't know if they responded on Zingle. Well, she did. And she's like, oh, I'm so sorry you feel that way. It was an homage to one of our old leaders from years ago. There you go. It's an old saying. Nothing tastes as good as thin or skinny feels. I said, look up the word thin, look up the word skinny. Neither which is a positive. Nothing. Either one. I sent her the definition of both. I said, so I don't know what you're touting. How about nothing tastes as good as healthy feels, being in control feels? Healthy is my favorite one. In control is one of my favorite ones. It was horrible. And then when my leader says it, who, by the way, isn't skinny, but why would you say that? Why would you say the word skinny? I don't understand why you'd say the word skinny. So, I mean, you're just as bad as everybody else in society. Skinny, if you're not skinny, you're not healthy. Let me tell you something. Skinny people get sick. Skinny people die. Skinny people get diabetes, high blood pressure, and cancer. So skinny isn't where it's at. It's just not. I want to be healthy. I want to be in control. I want to be normal. That is what I want to be. Normal. Nothing feels as good as normal feels. And you know what? I wish I could stop right here. Weight Watchers wants me to go down. I had to get a note for 10 extra pounds over my goal because, yeah, I mean, I've been heavy since puberty, since 11. What are the odds I'm going to stay there? Yeah, my goal is 156. Yeah. I'm not hopeful for that. I am not hopeful for that. But you know what? I'm going to give it the old college try. I'll get there. Will I stay there? That's the thing. But back to being happy. And happy people make good choices. And are an activity you enjoy doing alone. Could be reading, listening. I do like to listen to music. Podcast. I do like Hungry Girls podcast. If you haven't listened to her, she's fabulous. Crafting. I don't craft. We said that already. But guys, what do you enjoy doing? What is your idea of fun? Yeah, I don't like the word skinny. I look it up. I'm telling you, look it up in the dictionary. Unfleshed, unhealthy. It's just not a healthy thing. And I don't care about it. I said, you're going to tout this? No wonder your stocks are going down. That's all I said. But last week's topic, and I'll reiterate that one, was snacking versus treats. Now, do you guys plan snacks? I don't plan snacks. I do have things here if I choose to have a snack. I mean, my breakfasts are pretty decent. When I'm at work, I don't snack. I'm too busy to snack. But I don't snack here either. High protein breakfasts. I mean, between the Kodiak cakes, the 2-ingredient dough bagels, eggs, hash waffles, overnight oats. I'm full. I'm satisfied. I'm never full. Let's face that. I'm never full. I would never say the word I'm full. I know that's one thing I've learned. I know I've had enough. But I guess you're so used to your stomach hurting that you're done. And my stomach doesn't hurt anymore because I know I've had enough. So I don't need to snack in the morning. But if I do, I have this little 1 point bag of pretzels. I have fruit, maybe an apple. Sometimes I'll do the PB2 to dip my apple because it's only 1 point. Banana. Right now, peaches are really popular here in New Jersey. So I have a peach. I'm into those donut peaches. They're just the little flat peaches. They're kind of like a donut. But they're a little bit sweeter, but breakfast ideas. Oh, I do. I'm sorry if I talk fast, but yes, I do. And that's one thing you'll learn about me, guys. I say a lot, and if I forget to put it, you have to remind me. But yeah, my breakfast, you guys make 2-ingredient dough. I do the bagel buns. I do not make bagels. I make buns. Because why? Because why are you rolling it and making it into a bagel? Flop that bad boy on the pan and bake it and be done with it. I can't sit there. I used to sit there and roll it and it'd be frustrating because it sticks and it's a pain in the neck. And I'm like, why am I doing this? It's the same amount of dough. I just plop it. And you get more surface area for your avocado. So yeah, now I just plop that bad boy and I add an egg with my 2-ingredient dough. It's 1 cup of self-rising flour, and I do about half cup of non-fat Greek yogurt. Now, truth be told, I do not use self-rising flour. I use regular flour with baking powder and salt. It makes the same thing. I just not buying 2 different flours. Excuse me. And I add an egg, and I mix it, and I cut it into 4. I don't weigh it. Some people weigh it to be accurate for each one, but if I have less today, more tomorrow, it all works out in the wash. So I cut and put into 4 bagels, and I brush them with the brothel. Yes, that's my crowning joy, that brothel. And I bake them with a little Pam spray and some. You know what else is good inside? Dried rosemary inside your bagel. God, it's so good when it bakes. The house smells so good. And sometimes I put the everything but the bagel on top. I put them when they come out of the oven. Let them cool. I wrap each one in saran wrap. Put them in a freezer bag, and they go in the freezer. Because I don't have them every day, and they will go bad. So I take one out of the freezer in the morning while I'm getting stuff ready. It defrosts, cut it, toast it. I usually put a fried egg. I put avocado. I put smoked salmon. It's my favorite. It is favorite. And yes, I don't really need a snack after that. I'm usually pretty satisfied. And I try to keep stuff for good snacks. Like I try to keep hard-boiled eggs ready. String cheese, chicken. I get like a pack of chicken and I'll throw it in the Instant Pot. Now, some people think it's stringy. I personally don't think it tastes stringy. You put it in there, I think it's 12 minutes for a pound. I shred it. Sometimes I'll put bouillon or chicken broth and infuses in there and just shred it. And it's in there if I want to, during the day, after lunch, I want to snack on some chicken. I'll snack on chicken, eggs. Hard-boiled eggs. What else do I snack on? I try to get packs of things. They bake. I do mine in my convection oven, 375. I do them for 12 minutes, turn them around for maybe another 8. But I keep my eye on them because sometimes depending on how the oven's running that day, they could get done quicker. But I'd say 20 minutes, 18 to 20 minutes, but you keep your eye on them. I always turn them halfway, rotate. And I always use a convection setting. If you have an air fryer, you can put them in your air fryer, but I use mine in my convection oven. You can use a regular oven as well. That'll work. It'll come out just as, I think, just as well. Lost my train of thought. Yeah, chicken. I love, love, love. I know. I love donut peaches. So I've been keeping shredded chicken for lunch, for salads. My salads, a lot of times for work, before I get to salads, I do take leftovers. I'm a leftover person, and I like my food cold. I'm weird. But for lunch, I will pack a salad. I'm into the Mexican greens right now, and I'll put like a 1/3 or a 1/4 cup of quinoa, cooked quinoa that I cooked on Saturday, and I scoop it. I can't remember how many points. I think it's 2 points for a 1/4 cup or 3. It's in the app. And it adds protein. Donut peaches are peaches grown, I know they're grown here, I'm not sure where else, but they're really flat and they look like a donut. They're small, they're probably only about this big, and they're flat. They're really, really good. And what I do is I break them in half and pit pops out, and I just eat them. I will insert a picture later. I don't think I ever showed my snack when I do my full day of eating. Well, so I add quinoa to my salad, and the chicken and vegetables, and I like making my own ranch. If you go on the channel here, there's a recipe for homemade ranch. It's very light in points. I don't remember, but it's on the channel, and I always take. Sometimes I'll take to Joseph's Pita. Where do I live? I live in New Jersey, southern New Jersey, the Garden State, which is everything is in abundance now. I've never had those. I've never had them. Yeah, donut peaches. I've just tried them. They've been out for years, and first time I've actually bought them at the fruit stand. They're really good. They're like this big. They're really tiny, big as my eyeball, and they're flat. And when you pop it like that, the little pit pops right out, and you just eat the peach. And as soon as I wash them, so that fur goes down, but wouldn't peel it. It's not that big of a peach to peel. But yeah, I keep the chicken, so I throw that on my salad. I usually have a Joseph's Pita with my salad. So that's usually my lunch for work, or if I'm not having leftovers, and I like cold egg roll in a bowl. I know, I like cold. I'm weird. I like cold food, cold stir fry. I'm just odd that way. See, Linda's addicted to my ranch. It's good stuff, people. It's on the channel under recipes. Ranch, I have the homemade Lavash crackers. If you've never had those, I'm telling you, I made them today for my salsa and chips. Because I had Chipapalooza yesterday, I didn't want to do that again today, so I made a Lavash. 2-point sheet of Lavash bread, use a pizza cutter, made it into little crackers. I got about 38 crackers out of it for 2 points. I would show you, but I ate them all. It was that kind of day. Jersey corn and tomatoes are the best. How's it going, Tony? It's going good. How's keto, girl? She's a keto girl. And I never just anybody's diet choice. Because you know what? We're all different. Hence why Weight Watchers needs to change their plans. Oh, and I can't find Joseph's Pita. That's sad. Because at one point, and I'm telling you, I've made breakfast nachos with those. If you haven't done that, I believe that's on the channel too. I did do a breakfast collab for brunch, and my breakfast nachos were on there. They're really good. I toast it, and then I cut up with the pizza cutter so it's crunchy, and I load scrambled eggs, cheese, salsa, avocado. It's so good. And the last time I did for the collab, I put one of those Boca vegan burgers. It was a point, and I chopped it up for like beef. And you'll see my son in there trying it, and he says, "That's pretty good." It was delicious. And you know what? I'm all about adding fresh stuff. Tomatoes, basil, cilantro, avocado. Yeah. I say jazz up your food. You are in charge of your food, and you need to make it pretty and delish. Back to snacking. I try, well, you know what? I've always been, and my problem with being creative is I don't know where these ideas come from. So to try to recreate it again, it's a little bit scattered. And I apologize a lot of times because everything is up here. I read cookbooks, and then it's all in there. And then when I go to make something like that, the tomato basil thing that I made in the mug, what I call it, It's like it was supposed to be. It was starting out to be bread pudding. No, French toast in a mug, and then it turned into a strata. I had fresh Jersey tomatoes, fresh basil. I got a mozzarella stick. It was. I made one for my husband. He's like, "This is like the best thing you've ever made," and it's simple. It's bread. It's an egg. It's a little bit of milk, almond milk at that. It's tomatoes. It's basil. It's little bit of Parmesan cheese and some string cheese. Like, it comes out, and you feel like you're eating this decadent thing. And it was like, what, 2 points? Point for the cheese and a point for the bread. I only used one slice of bread out of that one, too. It was like incredible. And I don't know where the heck that came from. But it was in my head and it went on my plate. But yes, treats. I treat myself very infrequently. Yes, I have to do that. I have to do that. I've made them. I have to make. They're the little chocolate cupcake muffins. Like, I don't know what they call them, muffins or cupcakes, because they remind me of a muffin, but they are a cupcake. It's I will do that. Yes, I have to go get some cake, cake mix, but it's a box of sugar-free chocolate cake and a can of pumpkin. I use a bigger can, not the small 15. I use like the 28-ounce can because I had it left over from my brothel, and I was going to freeze it, and I thought, you know, I need to make cupcakes. And I had this cake mix because I was going to do the brothel with the cake mix originally, but then I went and found the brownie mix. So I had this, so let me just do this. And I got 30 cupcakes, and they were really good. They were 1 point. And I mean, I love those smart cakes, but they're expensive. And these were really good. You could cut it in half. You can make a little parfait. Hi, Barrett. Welcome to the party. We're having a meeting now. You missed my meeting highlights. It's okay. Why am I talking Southern? I don't know. I do that. You will learn. I talk in accents. Sometimes it's Southern. Sometimes it's British. Sometimes it's Irish. I don't know why I do it. I do that every time I come out of my WW meeting, and I said, it's coming out of my W. I don't know why I say it that way, but I do. So I apologize. I don't mean to offend anybody, but it just comes out of me. Let's all say hi to Barrett. Hi. Barrett's very popular. If you haven't also follow Barrett, you must. She is, Barrett, what's your channel called again? Living Life on Point or on Track? Living Life on Track. So yes, if you haven't already followed Barrett, Living Life on Track, you should. She's got some really good things. She's got a good Facebook group too, the Living Life on Track. So you can join her Facebook group. Oh yes, the brothel. The brothel is my greatest creation. It had, it was one of those things that I just wanted a brownie. And there's nothing like a warm brownie. Can I get an amen on that one? Warm brownie with some, you can get some light ice cream. Yeah. Yeah. Or I do PB2 on it. Yeah. That's really good. Chocolate PB2 is even better sometimes, and it's no more points. I want to try the powdered almond butter, but Kim had said it wasn't that good. But doesn't mean I'm not going to try it anyway. Because I'm a sucker for, Barrett's. Ooh, yes. Enjoy it. And with that fat-free Ready Whip, that is like our greatest friend. And that is my treat. I do keep a can of fat-free Ready Whip in my refrigerator. And yeah, I go in there once in a while for a squirt. Yeah, I do. Why, you say? Because that's who I am. It is. And it could be worse things I could be shoving in my mouth. Just saying. So, snack versus treats. I have snacks and I have treats. I always say this in my vlogs all the time. I do not say no to anything. Maybe that's my problem. But I figure this way, I don't have to feel like I'm living in denial. They usually roll out their new plans usually around Christmas, January-ish. According to my coach, she says she doesn't usually hear about it till October. But so it's usually after the new year. That's how you get all the people to come in. Ooh, we got a new plan, come join New Year. But yeah, as far as what I'm hearing is it's going to be a choice of different plans. Which, oh yeah, the squirt. Challenge for D, chocolate chip cookie waffle. Ooh. I got a chocolate chip story to tell you. let me finish this first. So yeah, choice of plans. You're going to offer different plans based on your needs. I guess you'll be interviewed by your coach and what you want out of the plan or what you're looking for and what you like, and maybe they'll adapt it. Let's face it, they own all these plans, so why not use them? Simply Filling, Points Plus, Core. They had one that was a calorie one back at the time, and they had like a carb one, I think. So they own all these, and iTrack Bites offers them, and people are going there because A, it's cheaper, and B, they could get the plan that they want. If they want Points Plus, who are we to say no? Hello, B262. Who are we to say no? If they want to do Points Plus, you know what? Granted, they can't, I guess, but the meetings aren't geared around the plan. The meetings are geared around topics like make room for happiness. They are. So really, ooh, that sounds good. Chocolate chip. Okay, I bought a bag of the Birch Benders chocolate chip because I went to Sprouts, which I'm in love with Sprouts. And I thought, chocolate chip pancakes, how good does that sound? And everybody was, oh yeah. And I like Birch Benders, they're really good. So I feel I make 2 cups worth. It should be enough for everybody. So I'm scooping the 2 cups, and it's like, look at the water, and I was a little extra vanilla in there. So I'm looking at myself, my God, there's a lot of chocolate chips in this. A lot of chocolate chips in this. And I'm thinking, and I look at the bag, there's none left in the bag. Granted, there's still mix in the bag. So then I look down and I read, please be aware that chocolate chips are added at the end, so make sure you shake. You think that would have been a little bit bigger because I didn't shake. Yeah. So the next box of chocolate chip pancakes aren't going to have any chocolate chips in it. And my son's like, boy, Mom, these were really good. There's a lot of chocolate chips in them. Yeah, because I made it for the whole stinking bag in there. I don't get it. I really don't. Why wouldn't they get somebody's job to shake the bag? I cannot be responsible for reading that. I can't. So I have snacks and I have treats. There's nothing off limits in my world. Nothing. If like tonight I had a piece of Built Bar. Did I have a whole Built Bar? No. I didn't have enough points for it. So I was able to have a 1 point part of Built Bar. I had my homemade chips. I fit things in, and I have a bite of something. I do. What is this? Why is this doing that? Here it is. Can apple bread pudding be made with sugar-free apple pie filling? Why not? I don't know if I have it on the thing. I did make scoopable apple pie Hungry Girl in the crock pot. Check out Hungry Girl scoopable apple pie. It's apple pie filling in a crock pot, and you can put it on everything. What I've done is I've stuffed that in 2 ingredients out. It made like apple pie dumplings, you can call it. And then I served it, and then I poured more of the apple, because it's 0 points. The apple pie, scoopable apple pie is 0 points. So I put it in the 2 ingredient dough, baked it. Then when I put it on my plate, I put more of it on top, a little bit of fat-free Ready Whip. 2 points. 2 points. Yep, because I only used 2 points of dough. I could have used 3 points of dough, but it was the bomb. And I'm actually going to be in a collab, I think the last week of August, the 26th, with somebody brand new. It's a whole different style channel, and she asked me to be in this collab. It's Peach Month, so she's not a Weight Watchers channel, so I was kind of undecided whether to do the collab, but I thought it'd be fun to, spread myself out, and it's a peach thing, so I was going to make that scoopable peach instead of the scoopable apple, and put it in the 2 ingredient dough. My recipe will be Weight Watchers friendly. Theirs might not be, but you don't have to watch theirs. You can just watch mine. And I thought, how cool, because it's just as good. Sometimes recipes, just because they're light, doesn't necessarily make them bad. They're good. And that scoopable apple pie is the bomb. Hungry Girl outdid herself with that. And the house smells good. I'm not into apples right now because it's not fall yet. Seriously? Yeah. We got some trolls here, people. But what I was saying. Oh, the scoopable apple pie. It's awesome. And just because it's low in calorie doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. So, snacks versus treats. Like she was saying, like, you shouldn't confuse the two. a treat is a treat and a snack is a snack. A snack is to get you to the next meal. A treat is something you want to reward yourself with. I don't, like I said, I don't, I have the muffins that I made, the 1 point chocolate with the chocolate cake in my freezer. And when I want something sweet, I pull that out. Oh, I don't know how to do that, Stace. I gotta learn. Trolls, leave, or you will be blocked and banished from the kingdom. Just saying. You are the troll. Name it. Oh, wait a minute. I figured it out, Stace. Hey, Matt. Where's Stacy? Here she is. I figured it out. There, Stace. You are now a moderator for my channel. Congratulations. You've been promoted. Go to it, girl. Don't ask me how you do it. I don't know. All right, now you're all in trouble because Stacy's in town. Stacy's going to take care of business. She's a new sheriff in town. So yes, treats. What are your kind of treats? What do you like to, like, I just say treats. What are your snacks? I think stay with snacks. I like bagged snacks because, yeah, if I have to count them out, extra's going in my mouth. And that's just who I am, and that's to be expected, I think, of anybody. Oh, thank you. This is made for me by Joan of the Pointed Plate. Joan, she made all the YouTube channels mugs. I put somebody in timeout. I like that feature. Here, oh, yeah, packaged snacks. And I will admit, I am a snack hoarder. And I have a snack addiction of buying them. Anywhere I'm at, I zap everything. And if it's 3 points or less, I buy it. Do I need it? No. I'm afraid I won't find it again. So then I buy it. So yeah. I love trying new snacks. I finally found the, I was with Linda. And we were at Sprouts. And I found the Quest overload bars, or it was Explosion. It was half peanut butter, half chocolate chip. No, half peanut butter, half chocolate. So it was a mixture bar. So it has a layer of peanut butter and a layer of chocolate. Let's just say I haven't had that yet, but I've been looking for that bar forever. And like I tell people, protein bars aren't cheap. Like people complain about Built bars. This bar was $2.25. Oh, don't I have a cottage cheese today, Barrett? I had cottage cheese with cinnamon and the donut peach. The scoop, it's on Hungry Girl's site. If Stacy she's not too busy, maybe she could find it for me. Yeah, it's on Hungry Girl's website. Oh, those donut peaches are all that in a bag of chips. And the cinnamon, Stacy's new sheriff's in town. Stacy's got some blocked. You got it. You go, girl. Everybody needs a Stacy in their life. They do. She's a good girl. Who's got their tea? Oh, I'm not a water drinker either. I will admit that. I do not exercise and I do not drink my water. Ah, there you go. Stacy's got it. Love her. Thank you, girl. You get a raise. Yes, it's the best scoop. Stacy's just posted the scoopable apple pie. I am not a water drinker. And you know, I try. But here's the thing. You're always going to have to drink water. It's the same thing with like exercise. You're always going to have to exercise. When you do something for a goal that you want to achieve, then you're going to have to keep doing it. So I guess that's why I'm so afraid to start drinking water, because if I stop drinking water, then what's going to happen? I do drink a shit ton of tea, though. I probably drink, if I think about it, 60 ounces in tea a day. I think the trolls are gone. Stacy got rid of them. How many cups? Oh, I make a cup of tea. I'll tell you my tea. We're gonna dish about my tea. I brew my own. Boil my water. I brew my own tea fresh. I get one of those Lipton. Lipton's my favorite. Put Lipton in a bag. Fill my I have a little mini pot. It's probably about a cup and a half. Dunk, dunk, dunk. Get a cup. Fill this up with ice. Put a lemon and a Splenda. Pour it over. Now, mind you, it melts the ice, so it's going to be doubled in size. So yeah, so that's probably, figure 14 ounces of tea, and then with the water, probably close to 22 ounces. So yeah, and I have several of them a day. I drink green tea. I drink the high calf teas. Yes, the high calf teas. Not tonight. This is just regular Lipton, but in the morning I do my high calf, so sometimes I'm a little wired. That's why. Everybody, if you haven't already subscribed, please hit the subscribe button and let me know if you guys like this forum. We can do this weekly. If you know anybody that would love to be invited, please invite them to our next session. We'll have to see how many of these we want. We could do them twice weekly. I mean, I'm up for it. This is my hobby. I think this could be my hobby. I enjoy talking. I do. I've always been a chatterer. When I first met my husband, I was so nervous. When I'm nervous, I chatter. So his mother was just like, my God, she talks a lot. I do when I'm nervous. I love making my own tea. I love fresh brewed tea. Fresh brewed tea. Oh, I'm glad you guys are liking this. I'm glad you guys like this forum. I'm ready to dessert. Oh, I didn't see that one. Hold on. Whew. I'm trying to see this. Whoops, trying to see this one. Yes, the diet Jello and yogurt. That is awesome. I found that on some channel. No, I do not do decaf. You can do decaf. That would work. I like caffeine. And caffeine doesn't usually bother me. So some people it does. Oh yeah, decaf tea will work just as well. English breakfast is usually my favorite tea to do as well. You make I think it's half a cup of hot water. Oh, thank you, Wanda. I was hoping this would be really well received. Half a cup of water in the small pack of Jello. I think it's 4 ounces. The diet Jello, I think it's sugar-free. And you mix it, and then you put a half a cup of cold water, and you mix it, and then you put it in the refrigerator. I think it's half a cup and half a cup. I'd have to look. But and then for about 20 minutes, then you take it out. All right. Thank you, Stacy. Will do. Wait a minute. Oh, no. Cancel. Hold on. So I put that in the refrigerator for about 20 minutes. It gets a little bit thick. And then I think it's, how many grams of yogurt? I don't remember. I'm going to say it's 200 grams. I think it's like a heaping cup. All right, Judy. 200 grams. There you go. Kathy has it. 200 grams. And then you mix it in with the Jello, and you get, I think, 4 servings out of that. You get the whole entire friggin' thing, and it's still, like, very low in points. But I do it in 4s. And a little bit of fat-free Red Whip on top. It's awesome. I've done it with strawberry, raspberry, peach. I think that's all I've ever done it. It's so good. It's different. I think that's the thing. We get tired of the same thing. That's why sometimes I go in fads with food. Like, I haven't had overnight oats since school stopped, because I do that more in the morning. Sometimes I even have it for lunch. If I've decided to have a bagel in the morning, I've already made my overnight oats, I have it in the morning. Or I have it for lunch. I love making overnight oats. I make my overnight oats with a half a cup of oats, so it's 4 points. You know what, Roblox? Why are you guys even here? I have to put you all in time out. Half a cup of oats. I do the quick oats. You could do the rolled oats. I just happen to do quick oats. And I do a half a cup of unsweetened almond milk or vanilla. And I put a little bit of Greek yogurt, vanilla, cinnamon. Sometimes I make the chai spiced ones with a little ginger and cardamom. Oh, thank you, Patty. I love you guys. You guys, this has been so much fun. I'm so glad I did. This thing, it popped into my head the other day in live. I'm thinking, I should do like a meeting type, because you guys who do it online maybe need a forum or need people to get ideas from. This is what we do at meetings. We talk about different strategies and different recipes and things we find that we really like, and somebody might not know it. And it's fun to share stuff because, ideas are only good if they're shared. I have never tried keto ice cream. I love bubble tea. I love the taro bubble tea. That's the one. I think taro would be weird, but it's so good. I love bubble tea. I fit that in. Yes. Oh, Amy, hi. I didn't even see you here. Yes, chai spiced overnight oats are awesome. They're so good. It's just different. Like I say, sometimes I'll do pumpkin. I'll throw a scoop of pumpkin puree and some pumpkin pie spice. So it's pumpkin overnight oats. Or I found apple pie spice at our Amish market. So I'll use the apple pie spice and some chopped fresh apples. Because you just want variety and you want good stuff. And when you're eating that, you feel like you're being naughty and you're not. I'm home. That warms my heart because I want to be motivational. I don't know if I am, because I'm talking, you have to understand, I'm talking to myself here. I feel like I know you guys are there, but it just feels really, because it's like I've never done anything like this, really. But I want to motivate people because I want everybody to feel as good as I feel. And when I tell you I feel so good, I want everybody. Oh, that sounds good. Mango bubbles. I did the green one when I was down the shore, down Ocean City, Maryland. No, Ocean City, New Jersey. It was a green tea. But it was like having a snack because there's little. Here's the thing. I did buy the bubbles on Amazon to make the bubble tea. They're still sitting in my cabinet. That was like 6 months ago. Yeah, I have very high aspirations, but again, it's in my head. It'll come out, and all of a sudden you'll be seeing bubble tea on my channel because I'll be like, make a bubble tea. But yeah, I wonder if it feels as good as I feel, because my mother, she died about 2016. She was only 75 or 74 when she died. That sounds yummy, Rosemary. And she had very bad lymphedema. She was heavy most of my childhood until she died. And she always suffered from fluid retention since she was pregnant. So every time the weather would get warmer or she was on her feet, her ankles would swell. Well, once she got older and was doing less, her, okay, give me the recipe. Dishwithdiet at yahoo.com. You can send it to my email, or you could, we're in the same group. You could just, inbox me. So she had very bad lymphedema, and at the end, her legs were like the size of tree trunks, and she couldn't move. And I remember saying to myself after she died, and I was then 270, I didn't want to be like that. I only have boys. I don't have a daughter, so I only have boys at home. I have 3. And I didn't want to burden them with me being like that. And why? Because I overate. It's not like I was sick or I had some disease. Things you can't help. There is, and I get that. But food related things or something I chose to eat. I chose to sit there and have that second portion of food. I chose to eat that second piece of cake. I chose to eat that extra meal. I chose this. And then I'm going to be this big 270. That's almost 300 pounds. And how am I having my boys help me? And they're men. And, you don't want some man wiping your butt or, it's like it's your son. And I think, oh. So I said to myself, I have to do something. And I was desperate. I had severe sleep apnea, severe reflux, arthritis. I don't know even how I worked. And I was having 99 episodes an hour of sleep apnea. And which means I wasn't sleeping at night. So I was having 99 episodes every hour of interrupted sleep. Oh, you're going to school tomorrow? Oh, I still have, I think, 2.5 more weeks, but good luck. I lost my train of thought. 99 episodes an hour. So I wasn't sleeping. I would nap. Every time I sat down upstairs, I would nap 3 times a day. My kids would leave for high school, nap till I go to work. Come home from school, I get done at 1 o'clock, napped in the afternoon. Made dinner, cleaned up, napped after dinner. So I napped 3 times a day and still was having a hard time with sleeping. So my test, I was on a CPAP machine. Oh, okay. And when I went back for my visit, I was already down when I went to see him 78 pounds, I think. And he was like, let me tell you something, Denise. He said, because the machine, oh yeah. He said to me, if I didn't get help, I would be dead in 6 months. Somebody tells you that, and you're just sitting like, that's scary. That's like, I was at that time 48, 49, telling me you're going to be dead in 6 months if you didn't get help. All because I overate. Now, granted, sleep apnea runs in my family. So I had that, and I had the fact that I was 100 pounds overweight. So when I went back for my visit, he looked, because you have to bring your little disc, your little SD card from your machine, record your episodes and record your sleep pattern. So you had to bring that every time, and he could see. Actually, there's like a thing he can dial in, but I'd bring my little card in, and he looks at it, and he looked at me, and he went, wow. I went, oh, what? He goes, the machine's giving you half the pressure it gave you last year, which means you're not using the machine, which means you're because of the weight probably coming from up here, you're not having the episodes. He said, this is amazing. He said, if based on this, I could take you off right now. I'm not, because you said you still wanted to lose more weight. Once I had to lose another that back then was probably another 30 pounds. And plus, as we know, things always go the way we want them to. Yeah, I want to lose this weight, but am I? I mean, we've been down this road before. And I mean, not that I'm anti-negative, but I'm Rachel realistic. And it could happen. You get out of that mindset. You just go and do what you need to do. I'm telling you, the CPAP machine is fantastic. When I first put it on, from day one, I felt fabulous. Imagine what air does for somebody. He said to me, we're going to visit it a year from now. When I go back, I'm going to be retested. Yeah. The machine, mine were less than 5. They were 5 when I first went on, but he says to retest me in January when I go back. And if I test well, I'm going to come off the machine as long as I'm all stable with my weight and all. I'm like, I never thought I'd be, I never cared to be on it, because once you feel as bad as you feel having that, you don't care what's on your face. People are like, I don't like the mask. Seriously? I wanted sleep. I wanted to rest. I wanted to, and that I do. I love my machine as well. 99, Karen, 99. They treat 30. He said, and you got 99. I thought, well, that's dead. If you're treating 30, I guess 99 must be dead. Oh, Tony, yeah, that's bad. He asked me that, and I said, no. When I drive, I'm very, focused. And I never fell asleep out, if you're ever in a waiting room. My husband always falls asleep. I am so geared up. I don't ever. I said, no, at home, all bets are off. If I sit in that chair, I'm out. But out, I never really fell asleep, which is good. Oh, thank you, Karen. Oh, I have a visitor, sorry. But anybody have any questions about snacking, treats, taking time out for yourself? Because we all should take time out for ourselves. Can't all be about the family, as much as they would want it to be. Yes, one of the family members is here. That's why I said it that way. Yes, middle child. Yeah, cool. Yeah, how would that go? How do I feel about carbs? I love carbs. I love Doritos. Carbs are a good thing. I don't stay away from anything. I can't, because what are the odds the rest of my life I'm going to stay away from it? It's not. It's something that you have to, in order for, like I said, that's why I don't exercise, because I didn't want exercise to be the reason that I lost weight. I wanted to lose weight so I could exercise. Carbs, I have carbs every morning. If it's not a 2-ingredient dough bagel, it's oatmeal. It's toast. I'm a big fan of Ezekiel bread. Love Ezekiel sesame. I can marry that bread if I could. Yeah. Meeting. Is that what you said? Yes, we were having the meeting. This is the meeting. Welcome. If everybody here hasn't already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Let you know when I upload and when I have these impromptu lives. And we're going to figure out what is a good time to have them. Sundays might be good. I love I know. I never had Ezekiel English muffins. I didn't know they made them. Where does one buy Ezekiel English muffins? I don't know where you buy Ezekiel English muffins, but I'm all there. I get Ezekiel bread at Trader Joe's. That's the only place. Hello, I see. Welcome to the meeting. We've already gone over the meeting topic, which was make room for happiness and snacking and treats. Yeah, back to carbs. I love carbs. I love my 647 bread. The Italian is my favorite. Though I'll have any bread I can have. I love the Ali Extreme Wellness wraps or the Tomarso, skip the something wrap, the 1.1s. You know I love chips. Good night, Rose. Wait a minute, let's see. Yeah, I eat carbs all the time. I mean, sometimes 2-3 times a day. I know, but I love making waffles and pancakes. Barrett, you and I are both 10 pounds. I'm like 9.5, but yeah, 10 pounds to me. That's fabulous, Barrett. Maybe we can do it together. Me and Barrett. We'll go out and celebrate. We'll make goal together. Yeah, my scale's moving slowly, but I figure I'll get there. It might not be tomorrow. It might not be next week. It might not be next month, but I'll get there. And I figured the longer it takes me, Donna, another one. We don't have the 10-pound club. The longer it takes me, and maybe the longer it'll stay off. That's where my head is right now. If I take my time, then maybe it'll, oh, Lainey, sometimes scales don't like you, like us. Yeah, there's many times my scale, like this week I gained 0.2. But to me, 0.2 is just 0.2. It's about movement away from being the same. And I had a few meals out. So, I mean, and the one I had several hors d'oeuvres, and a few of them were fried. And one was a fig, cut in half, fresh fig. Looked like a dollop of goat cheese, which I love goat cheese, which is very point friendly, I mind you, wrapped in prosciutto. Oh, are they, Lainey? They're very filling. Now, especially like the Kodiak and the Birch Benders. I'm always like, and I do a third cup. The thing says half cup, but I find a third cup is plenty. And I do an egg and unsweetened almond milk instead of water. So they're a little bit more like satiating. It's my new favorite word, satiating. It means filling. Yeah, and since we could have eggs, I throw an egg in the almond milk. And it makes them deeper, richer, and I'm stuffed. I love oatmeal too. Cream of wheat, oatmeal. In fact, I posted on here, Leader gave us a recipe for an oatmeal cake or like oatmeal cake muffin in a mug. And I kind of tailored a little bit because I thought it was a little bit, 3 points to me is a little bit a lot. So I like my things 2 points. So I just cut back the oats a little bit and it's delicious. And it's on the website. It's called Mary Lou's Mary Lou's oat cake, I think, in a mug. It's delicious. It is so good. I put some Lily's chocolate chips in there. I love the Lily's chocolate chips. And Sprouts had them for $4.99. So I only had 2 bags left. I got one for me and I picked up one for my leader because she doesn't have, oh, she's back. I know. I can't, see, I like overnight oats. So I like my oats cold. I love my oats. Yeah, Lou, check out the mug thing. It's really good. And it's great for breakfast. It's great for a dessert because it's oatmeal. So you can do it any way you want. You can make it more breakfasty. I'm going to put, oh, right. Got a sheriff's back in town. I did put a couple people on timeout when you were gone. I want to do a pumpkin oatmeal. So I'm all about oatmeal. Oatmeal's good for you. I've eaten a ton of oatmeal since being back in track, back on plan. A ton of oatmeal. Ton. Cinnamon and... Oh, Tony, is she leaving? Bye, Tony. Welcome, anybody who's just joining us here for the first time. I'm Denise. I am Dish with D. We are dishing the tea on a WW meeting. If anybody just joined us, please subscribe and let us know you're here and tell us your favorite treat, snack, idea, what you love to do with food besides eat it. But yes, other treats. Yeah, I go through fads with treats. Like I was into the yogurt and Jello fluff for a while there, and then I was into the now it's the brothel, and before I was doing the 3-2-1 mug cake. Yeah, I was doing that. I mixed the box of the sugar-free cake mix and the box of the angel food cake mix. You mix them in a container, and you take 3 tablespoons of mix and 1 tablespoon of water. Put it in a mug, microwave it for a minute, and it comes a little cake. People were very different on the points for that, but I counted it as 3. I have no idea what it was. I really don't know. I didn't figure it out, but I counted it as 3, and I ate it a lot, and I still lost weight, so I don't care what people say. You know, here's the thing. Yes, I get 23 points a day, and my weeklies went down to 28. I don't know if I told anybody. I was devastated. Devastated. I went, 28 weeklies? Not happy about that. But, I mean, if you go over your points by 1 or 2, I don't think you're going to gain. I am not a point Nazi. I am not a point Nazi. I don't sit there and just, go, oh, I can't eat that. That's 4 points. I wish it was 2. I mean, granted, I do wiggle things down to different things, but I never, if I have to sacrifice taste, then it'll go back up, because I'm not sacrificing taste for points. No stinking way. I do like my sugar substitute. Some people don't. I'm into the monk fruit now. I didn't like the other one, which I can't remember. It was not my favorite. I had to add a half a bag to so I could taste it. Exactly. You go, Stacy. Stacy's, I think, what'd you hit? Did you hit 45, Stace, recently? I know you hit a big number. Was it 45, 50? I can't remember. Yes, our girl Stacy. She's rocking it. 45. Which I have my glasses on, so if I misread something. Oh, Lord, we have another troll, Stacy. Brazil. Good night, Barrett. Thanks for showing up, Barrett. 10-pound girls, we're going to rock. Let's all say goodnight to Barrett. Remember, Living Life on Track is her channel. Thank you, Stacy. You think they wouldn't have gameplay on their thing? It kind of gives away that they're a troll. But just to be truthfully honest, they might be students of mine. Yes. Yes. But I've told them, if they open their mouth, they're out of there. Other snacks. I do love Pop Chips, the Flex Protein Crisps. I found those at Sam's Club in individual bags. They are 2 points. This one guy at our meeting said, the Buffalo scans at 1. It's not 1, it's 2. Think about it. The only thing different on this chip is the seasoning. So I don't think it's going to go down a point for the seasoning. Just saying. Sometimes it's the obvious things you have to look for. Some people just, you want it to be 1. We all want it to be 1. We want everything to be a point, don't we? But it's not. It is what it is. So anybody else have any questions they'd like to me to answer, or Stacy? They did? I put in the calculator. It came up as 2. Are you sure? Because I put it in the Weight Watchers calculator. It came up as 2 points. I'm teaching you English. I'm glad I'm teaching people English. Just watch the words I say, because I've said a few not so nice words here tonight. Wow. I love Pop Chips. I love those ones. I can't think what they're called. Eatin' Good or something. They're like kale chips. I love kale. I love the seaweed. I love the seaweed. The little, they're a pack. You get them at Trader Joe's. You get them at the Dollar Tree. You get them everywhere. They're like, they're real thin. They're seaweed. And I put my egg roll in a bowl, and the whole bag is a point. So I put my two ingredient diets. Put my egg roll in a bowl, and I eat them like little things. I do. I love the seaweed. I mean, they stink, but they're really tasty. Yeah, I got my protein crisps at Sam's too. Skinny Pop's good. I also love the popcorn, Farmer John's popcorn QVC. It's hulless, and they're light popcorn. Each little individual bag, they have the mini bags, is 3 points, which is the same as the Jolly Time. But what I like about Farmer John's, it's a little more pricier, but it's hulless. So you don't have all those pieces of popcorn all over your, like, in your teeth. It's so good. I love anything single bag. Because I won't eat 2 bags, but if I'm taking out and weighing them, a few extra go on my plate. That's just how, I think they expect that. Let's face it, who doesn't put a couple extra on their plate? I do. But snacking is important. I don't plan snacks, but I have stuff. Yes, I love anything. Swerve, that's the one I'm not a fan of. I didn't think it was sweet enough. I was hopeful for that, and I was a little disappointed. I wanted it because when I want to taste it. And I felt like I had to put so much in there. Yeah, I eat Greek yogurt on everything. My scrambled eggs, there's a tablespoon of Greek yogurt in there. On top of everything. I put it on top of my egg roll in a bowl. I just, if I'm making my 2-ingredient dough and I scoop in my mouth, I figured it's good. And if anybody who has an Instant Pot has not made their own non-fat Greek yogurt, you are missing the boat. Oh, it's so good. Homemade Greek yogurt. Oh. I have made my own onion dip with Greek yogurt. Get the powdered Lipton onion in with Greek yogurt. I'm good to go. And I don't count it. I don't count powders. I don't count spices. I don't count anything like that. I mean, I don't count like liquidy stuff. Like I don't count like a mix. Unless there's like a ton of sugar in it, which there isn't in, like ranch dressing, powdered. I don't count that either. I mean, but if you need to count it, please count it. I am not saying don't count it. I'm just telling you that I don't count it. Oh, it's in the, to make the yogurt in the Instant Pot, you have to have your Instant Pot has a yogurt setting, and you have to buy I do the cold start method. There's 2 different methods, but you can Google it. The cold start is you have to get the Fairlife because it's ultra pasteurized. I think that's what it is. I get the fat free, of course. And I dump it in there in the Instant Pot with a tablespoon of regular yogurt that you have. It's like the starter, helps it ferment. So you wish it in there. And if you want vanilla, you'd put vanilla. And I just make mine. That I don't know, Karen. I really don't know. You'd have to Google it. I don't know because mine has a yogurt button, so I really couldn't answer that. There must be something because it doesn't really get hot, and I don't think it gets under pressure. I don't remember because I only made yogurt a few times, but it's so good. Even my little one will go, Mom, this is really good, and it makes like I always keep those containers from the Chinese restaurant for the soup, like the 2 quart, or be 1 quart. No, it's 1.2 quarts. I don't know. It's the big, tall soup containers. And it makes a little bit more than that because I usually have to use that and another container. But it's and you can see if you make it, the more you drain it, the thicker it becomes. It's amazing. I eat it plain and it's good. And I'll put them in a bowl, put a little vanilla, a little sweetener, put some cocoa, put some of the pudding mix. Make pudding mix in your yogurt. Stuff it inside your French toast. Or I've done, if you go on the channel here, I do have the cannoli French toast that I made. Cannoli French toast. It's fat-free regatta and sweetener and I think a little bit of cinnamon. It's on the channel. And you make your regular French toast with your light bread, of course. And then you put your French toast and then you put your filling in it. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the mango. Tastes like coconut. I agree. I totally agree. I didn't like it. I mean, I shouldn't say I didn't like it. I wouldn't buy it. It was okay. It's not something. It wasn't as coconut as the coconut, but it definitely felt tropical. And I guess mango is tropical, but it's not coconut. It's mango. Yeah, I don't like coconut, and mango I didn't care for. Where do I buy my fat-free regatta? At my ShopRite carries it. Not everybody's does. Yeah, Stacy's a coconut girl. Some people, my wheat leader, she cuts her coconut Built Bar in 3 sections and then cuts those sections in half and gets an almond and sticks an almond in each section. Like an almond joy, she says. But again, I don't like almond joys. But there are those that do. People who like coconut say it's good. I like the salted caramel, the strawberry, the vanilla, the banana, the mocha, and the caramel brownie burner. I didn't mind the peach burner, the peach cobbler. Stacey, did you get a peach cobbler? I don't know if you tried that one yet. That's pretty good. The apple pie has no taste. I was trying to, it tastes like crust maybe? I don't know. It tastes like no apple I've ever seen. I'm like very disappointed. But I'm hoping we're all enjoying this little tea with D and enjoying our little, yes, I love the peach. I did get a box of peach and a box of caramel brownie right before they took them off the market. I'm like, thank God I got that in. That was a hot mess. But other than that, anybody have any questions they need? WW-wise, diet-wise, anything. Ask me anything. I'll answer as best I can. Remember, I don't know everything, but yeah, the stuffed French toast is the bomb. Like I said, you could just use the sugar-free pudding with yogurt. That's really good. And I use a sugar-free syrup. 2 tablespoons is 0, and I definitely put 2 tablespoons on. Though I didn't put it on the cannoli because I didn't think it needed it. I just put some powdered of that sugar-free substitute with the powdered blend. Very good. I do like that. That is a must buy. If you need to buy the powdered sugar, like the Shirkin has it. The other one has it. It's delicious. Definitely worth the money. Oh, hi, Tina. Oh, you're welcome. I always say, good ideas are always worth sharing because it's these little things that make the big difference to us. Like finding these cute little treats we could have and make you feel like you're having something naughty. And it isn't naughty at all. It's like 2 points, but like that cannoli French toast. Oh my God. It's that good. That good. And some people aren't a fan of the fat-free regatta, but when you're mixing it with the sugar and the chocolate chips and it's inside French toast and a little bit of, fat-free Ready Whip, it's all good in the hood. You could use the part skim and just point it differently. Absolutely. I mean, you're not using that much anyway, so heck, I've done that. Yeah, I'm one of those. I'm not, again, not a point Nazi. But other than that, I mean, my meeting is usually on Saturdays. Today's Sunday? So I go yesterday, so that's why this is the recipe. It is radicchio and goat cheese and fig pizza. I love figs. Like that fig with the goat cheese wrapped in prosciutto. I had 3 of them the other night. And a fried chicken ball that was covered in panko and coconut and fried. Yes, I had it. And a cheesesteak egg roll, half. Like I said, things come up. See you, Lainey. Things come up in life that food, like my leader always says, things, revolve around food, but they don't have to. But you know what? Things do revolve around food. Food is how people, mingle, and it's always been that way, and it's always going to be that way. We have to learn to live in that world where there's food. Do I eat cereal? No. I don't eat cereal because it's 2 point heavy, and I never feel satisfied. Thank you, Suzanne. Wait a minute, I didn't see what you were saying. Hold on. Congratulations, 82 pounds. That's amazing. That's like a size of a 4-year-old. No, not 4-year-old. 4th grader. That's what I meant to say. You have to make your own yogurt. If you have that button on your Instant Pot, it's a must. It really is. You will be like, wow, Dish with D was right, man. That yogurt is all that. Now, I don't eat cereal because it's 2 point heavy, and I'm not wasting 4 and 5 points and still being hungry. I don't mind spending 4 or 5 points, but I want to be satisfied. And for some reason, cereal doesn't do it. But what I will tell you about cereal is I like to put it in my, if I have yogurt, ooh, honey and tea. I do enjoy that. Normally when I have my hot tea, and I very rarely have, I'm more of an iced tea drinker, but I do have my occasional hot tea. I do, What happened to her message? I do like the dessert teas. That's what I'm thinking. The macaroon. I like having honey in there. And there's another one I have. I can't remember the name. It's a biscotti. I do love my dessert teas. Oh, okay. I didn't know you could take it back. I don't really know what the honey is. Holly, I don't know. Stacy, can you answer that? What the points are on honey? Again, I probably don't count my honey. Yeah. I wonder why I'm 10 pounds from goal. There's things I just don't count. Maybe if I was a little bit more diligent, I would be there. But like I say, I'm trying to do me. And oh yes, lemon loaf tea. I've gotten. Yep, it's good. I'm not as big of a lemon flavor as I am for the other ones, but yeah, it is delicious. And it's like it's almost like you have that at night as like a little treat. There you go. Stacy's on it. Thanks, girl. Give her a raise. But back to cereal. I put it in my if I ever have like my homemade yogurt, if I have that as a snack or for breakfast, sometimes I'll have the 2-point yogurt. I will throw I love food. I love food. I do. And I love creating and making these wonderful dishes and being able to eat and not feel bad about it. Yeah, that is why I don't use my weeklies for my BLTs that I don't account for. But now my weekly's been done 28, so I'm not happy about that. But yeah, I'll put cereal in my oatmeal or my yogurt as a crunchy thing. Because sometimes I like crunch. I'm a texture person. I like texture in different foods. That's why I put pumpkin seeds in things. If you notice my banana bread, and if you've not made my banana bread or the banana bread, you've got to make it. It's 1 egg, 1/4 cup of quick oats, and a banana. Baking powder, salt, cinnamon, and vanilla. Put it in a loaf pan. The whole loaf is 2 points because you're only counting the oats. Everything else is 0. And it's a nice little loaf, and you can cut it in half for 1 point. It's a nice, delicious snack. Eat the whole loaf for breakfast. It's 2 points. I've eaten way more points for breakfast than 2. So it's delicious. And if you want it a little bit sweeter, throw a little bit of Splenda in there. I throw my some lilies. I throw pumpkin seeds on top, again, because I like crunch. And I'm addicted to the hemp. The hemp hearts, the crushed hemp hearts, not the whole ones, the crushed ones. You can get so many teaspoons for 0. So I put 1 teaspoon of that on top of my pumpkin bread. When it bakes, it has a little crusty top. I'm a texture person. I just like to have the soft with the crunch and my chocolate chips. And I make on this channel, you'll see a, okie dokie, Stace. Thank you. Yes, shuriken brown sugar. That's the one I've been using. Is that the monk fruit? I get them confused. One I didn't care for. It just wasn't sweet enough. It wasn't bad. I like when I'm going to put some, I need to know I can taste it. But I'm using the monk fruit now. The one 0 points. I do like Splenda, but Splenda after a certain point, it's points. Oh, you can try Googling it. You might be able to see what, maybe you could still do it without, maybe it's a different button. I don't know much about the Instant Pot. All I just know is I hit like if you've never made rice in your Instant Pot as well, I have a rice button, I have a porridge button, I have a yogurt button. So my kids love, because it comes out like the Chinese restaurants, they're all sticky. It's really good. What was I saying? I was thinking about the banana bread. Oh, Mexican hot chocolate banana bread. You do this usual banana recipe, and then you throw in a teaspoon of Special Dark Hershey's Cocoa, unsweetened, of course. And then I throw 2 teaspoons of Splenda and a dash or 2 of cayenne pepper. Yeah. It's a little spicy. It's chocolatey. It's delicious. I'm not a spice one, but I love spice. And sometimes when things are too spicy, I tend to drink more, which is always a good thing. Especially on plan. Anybody have anything other? How long have we been here? Oh my God, it's 8:30. I've been talking an hour and a half. I could talk forever. This has been fun, I mean, I hope you guys are feel like you're at a meeting, and this is what we do at our meeting. We share different strategies and recipes, and my leader talks about the topic, and she'll go over last week's topic if anybody has anything to input, and we share victories and non-scale things, because sometimes it's not always about what the numbers are, because sometimes numbers can be paralyzing, and just because you could have a good week and the scale won't always show it, and that doesn't mean that you did bad, or it just means you're never always going to have a loss on the scale every week, and that's hard to grasp when you lose week after week after week. Thanks, Lou. Beats the hell out of a meeting. You're used to losing and losing and losing, and then all of a sudden you stop. Doesn't necessarily mean that you've had a bad week. It just means sometimes your body's not giving you that. Or let's face it, fluctuations in scales. I mean, I can get on the scale in my own house and be up or down different pounds. It depends on what you wear, you're carrying a little extra fluid, or just the way you stand on it. So I don't always, like I said, I had a 0.2 gain this week. Did I have a bad week? Not really. I mean, did fairly well. I did have several meals out, but I thought I did as best I could. I tried to make really good choices. I did a double veg at the one place. So, I did have a couple appetizers I probably shouldn't have had. Yeah, exactly. It will show up next week. It'll show up. I mean, there's times I've had nothing, and then the following week I've had like a 2-pound loss. I'm like, ooh, that was a little crazy. But yeah, it definitely just don't always, it's hard to not expect it, because that's what keeps us motivated. When we see the scale go down, that's what pushes us, because wow, I feel, but that's hard. It's hard to reconcile that. It is, because I've been there, and I'm still there, and I know that I tried to let that get to me, because I know I had a decent week. I mean, I could have went this, that, or the other way. I really could have. I mean, things that I could have eaten at that restaurant that I didn't. I could have went back for another cheesesteak egg roll. I could have went back for another one of those crunchy chicken things. I only had one. That's a victory. I could have had 3. The amount of times that butler came around, I could have had 3 or 4. Same thing with the cheesesteak egg rolls. I definitely could have had more, and I didn't. So I think of that. I look at not what I didn't, but what I did. It's a hard thing. Food is good. Damn, it's good. And, it's nourishing, and it sustains us. It's either we're punishing ourselves for sustenance in life, and you feel like you're going somewhere, and why could she eat all that and I can't? Well, you can. You just can't eat as much. So that's why I always try to say, this some is better than none. That's what gets me through, having desserts out. Like, we were at dessert that night, and I could have had a piece of everything. They had 6 different desserts. So I got a plate, and I made it for my husband, and I had a little taste of each. Would I have liked to have had more? Sure, I would have. But I said, you know what? I'm having a taste, and a taste is better than not having any of it. There's some people that won't touch anything, and I'm not that person. I will try. All right. Bye, Rosemary. I've made, I don't know if it's Pound Droppers cheesecake. We had a cheesecake going around our meeting where it was is that the one with the sugar-free, fat-free cheesecake flavored pudding, yogurt, and eggs? Because I've made that one where the whole cheesecake, I think, is 3 points. So you could have a piece for 0. I don't know if that's the same one. It's okay. I don't dislike it. It's definitely doesn't have the cheesecake texture. It's a little bit lighter. But as opposed to not having anything, I think it's good. I made it. We went to a St. Patty's party. Yeah, I like it. I mean, this is the funny story about this. I made this for my friend Linda, who was here. We were going to a St. Patty's party. And I said, I'm making us a cheesecake because I wanted us to have dessert because they're all going to have cake. So I thought, at least if we have something, you feel like you have something better than having the cake or having nothing. So I made us a cheesecake. Well, dessert time comes, and they ran out of cake. So our whole table was my husband, Linda's husband. Yeah, you can do pumpkin and all different kinds of flavors. Some people have done it with lemon and stuff. So we had 6 couples at our table. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 couples. It was 8 of us. And they ran out of dessert. So my husband's like, well, you had your cheesecake. I'm like, no, you can't serve that. That's my cheesecake for me and Linda. He's like, well, there's no, we'll share it. I'm like, it's my cheesecake. I don't share my stuff. Night, Lynn. All right, we'll see you next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. And so I proceeded to have to cut everybody a piece of cheesecake because there was nothing up there. So I'm mortified because this, it's good for me because to me, it's better than nothing. But would I want to serve this to people and call it cheesecake? No. So I'm sitting there going, and they're like, you can see they're kind of like, it's okay. But they're coming from a place where I'm not coming from. Now, I gave a piece to a deacon friend of ours at the next table over who does WW. So he wasn't going to have any dessert. And I said, Deacon Tom, I said, here's a piece of cheesecake that's 0 points. And he went, what? And I said, it's the Weight Watchers cheesecake. He thought it was fabulous. See, we love this stuff because to us, that's like, woohoo, it's cheesecake. But the people that aren't following, they think it's like, it's okay. But yeah, so that was and I didn't have any extra because I figured Linda and I and Deacon Tom, that's like half the cheesecake. I had none to take home. None for the next day because, let's face it, we want cheesecake every day. And that one we could have. Yeah. There's also the one, I think it's in the app. It's a WW crustless pumpkin pie. I think it's 4 points a slice. I've made it at Thanksgiving. It's really good. I was thinking, I have to adapt the pumpkin cheesecake. But what I do is I throw a little crushed graham crackers on top to give it like a taste of the crust. Because I like a little bit of crust. I'm a crust girl. I like crust. Crust is sometimes better than the pie. Or I could do the 2-ingredient dough, make like a dumpling, stuff it with pumpkin. That's what I'm going to do. Problem is, on Thanksgiving, I'm not that hungry for dessert because I love, love, love sides on Thanksgiving. I'm jumping ahead to November here. But oh yeah, we're going to have a good meeting for Thanksgiving ideas. And all I'm all about is a holiday. You eat it. I mean, you just don't. My plate is usually vegetables roasted in the oven, my turkey, I have my stuffing, I have the jalapeno cranberry sauce that's on the Weight Watchers app, and I do the green bean casserole deconstructed, which means there's no soup in mine. I steam the green beans, the long, skinny, hairy couvert. I steam those so they're already cooked. So I'll get an onion and a very little bit of butter, and I'll saute it where it gets real caramely. Do you look at those onions? And I'll add the string beans. And when the onions are all tender and brown, I'll add the mushrooms, let them cook, and the string beans back in. Throw a little bit, whatever nuts I have. Sometimes it's almonds, sometimes it's walnuts, sometimes it's pecans. Depends on whatever I have. Usually it's pecans, or almonds. Throw that in there with a little bit of unsweetened almond milk. And let it just thickens. It's better than the green bean casserole. It's on the side, and it's really, really good. Yeah, I try to have everything, but if I have the veggies there and they're in abundance, then I won't need as much of the stuffing and other things. My big thing is stuffing. I figure the turkey is 0, so that's already 0, so I don't have to worry about that. My big thing is the stuffing, because I love my stuffing. I don't change the way I make it at all. It's my mother's recipe, but I make it better. She always says, you make my stuffing, you make it better. I do. Yeah, I'm thinking about that. I put sausage in it. I put apples in it. It's just good. And I cook the gizzards, and I chop everything in my stuffing. There's heart, there's gizzard, there's neck. I don't waste anything. It all goes in that stuffing. It's phenomenal. Phenomenal. If I had to point out, I don't think it would be that bad because really, what am I counting other than the bread cubes? The sausage, but the sausage is very lean. It's only a pound, and I make a vat of stuffing. So, and I get, we have a local butcher. They always sells pork products, and it's fresh. They make a breakfast sausage that you have to put something in the pan or it will burn. That's how lean it is, and it's so good. But I've put Ina Garten. She showed me she does a hot and sweet sausage. There's a little bit of both. That's always good too. I do love a good sausage stuffing. So, well, I think we've been here for an hour and 42 minutes. Chicken breast with cheese. I love the 21 seasoning salute. Sounds yummy, Stacey. I love Trader Joe's. I want to open my own Trader Joe's down here, which is not, ours closest is half hour away, which isn't too bad because some people don't even get that. It's in Cherry Hill. I'm down here in Gloucester County, and we either have to go to the one over the bridge in Media, PA, or the one in Cherry Hill. But I love Trader Joe's. The onion powder, isn't that amazing? It's it's just, it's the bomb. I bought this one called Umami. It's like, I think it's like powdered mushrooms. I haven't used it yet, but it says it's called Umami. I'm like, Umami. I'm like, and the aminos, and that's where I get the yeast, the nutritional yeast. I love that. If you've never tried nutritional yeast, I put on popcorn. It gets like a cheesy flavor because I guess the yeast is fermented. I don't know what it is, but it's so good. I put on popcorn. Anything I want tastes like cheese. It's that good. I do. A little sprinkle on my popcorn. So I spray it with my butter spray. I put my nutritional yeast on it. And you can find things that are very low in points that taste just as good. And people are like, oh, that's, like, they don't know. My family doesn't know when I make light stuff. They think, oh, this is really good. I'm like, yeah, and it's light. I'd like to thank everybody for coming to the first, what do we call it, Tea with D? Tea with D. Yeah, I don't know, Stacey. You think we should do this once a week or twice a week? Cauliflower. I love cauliflower any way I can get it. I love to buffalo the cauliflower. And I just do it, roast my cauliflower. I don't even put, you could put the breading. I just like to roast it and then get the buffalo sauce. Because I don't know, is there points in hot sauce? I don't count it. Again, how many times have you heard me say this tonight? I don't count it. I don't think there's points in hot sauce. I really don't. I've never tried it, but I don't count it. The hot sauce, oh my God. And I just toss it in the hot sauce when it comes out of the oven. I mean, it's not chicken, and I don't think it should, I don't call it chicken. I just call it good because I like cauliflower. So is it a place for buffalo chicken? No, it's not buffalo chicken. It's cauliflower, but it's damn good cauliflower. You could make it into, there's a batter that I've seen. I've done it where you make this like, it's almost like a beer batter, and you dunk the cauliflower and you bake it and it gets all crunchy, and then you toss that. But I just like it plain. I'm not going to go through all that battering because I don't think it needs it. I can tell you, I do enjoy cauliflower rice, and a lot of people don't. I like it. I mean, is it rice? No, but it's good. I don't overcook it. That's the secret. You cannot, if you overcook cauliflower rice, it gets mushy. Yeah, I just cook it at the end of when I'm done, and I throw that sucker in there, and I just toss it, and it's done. And mix it with a little bit of regular rice. You got yourself a nice big plate of food for very little points. The cauliflower pizza, I'm not that big of a fan of. I don't hate it. I just don't like it. It's not something I would go, especially Oprah's. Oprah's cauliflower pizza is 9 points a slice. If I'm going to eat cauliflower pizza, I'm not paying 9 points a slice for it. I can have regular pizza for that. So Oprah needs to revamp that. All right. Thank you, Belinda. I wish I had my glasses on. Note to self, Stacey, tell me to wear my glasses and to get this laptop done because I don't want to be doing this on my phone. Didn't think to try it. I was going to all day. I said, I got to get the laptop going. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you a funny story before I hang up. The dog found a bunny nest. Yes, a bunny placed her babies in the corner of we still have our wooden swing set. Now my baby is 20. Yes, buried her babies in there. Now, luckily, my dog is still leashed walk because of his back, so doesn't have full run of the yard yet because he's better, but he's not 100%. He's still very shaky on his legs. Like if he goes slow, he's fine, but if he tries to run really fast, you can see his legs are going everywhere. But his nose is perfect. He found this baby's nest. So now he's obsessed with it. So he stares by the door all day. And we go out for our potty runs. He drags my 165-pound butt over to the corner. So he's not doing too bad if he could drag this butt over there. I just said to my husband, well, he's obviously doing good. He's pulling my big ass across the lawn. Yeah. And it's right there. So he's obsessed. Obsessed. Doesn't forget. Who says dogs don't have a memory? So yeah, so I don't know what to do about these baby bunnies. They're very, very small. I don't even know how, haven't seen the mother all day. I don't know when she comes. But really, you didn't smell the dog. He must chase you. He chases bunnies every night out of the yard. So I don't get why she would put her babies in there. Just enough to drive me crazy. So, yeah. So now when I walk him, I have to avoid that side. But he knows they're there. He drags me across. Yes, he's a little terrier. That's him for sure. He's all nose. I always say if I'm ever missing, he just give him my shirt. He'll find me because he's got a no. I don't know how he finds these things. It's just crazy. Every time he sniffs around the perimeter of our little shed, when he's obsessed like that, I know there's a groundhog. And every time he's been right. He doesn't go crazy for the bunnies. Another thing is we have them all the time. But the groundhogs, we get occasionally, oh yeah, he's all there. And he's all bug-eyed. And I'm like, oh God, there's probably a groundhog. And we go in the house and 10 minutes later, there it is. I'm like, yeah. I've caught many groundhog. You need me to catch your groundhog? Let me know. Come up with my crate. You're anxious for the next one. Oh yeah, me too. I gotta get this computer updated and not update. I gotta figure out how to go live. I just assumed to hit live and it'll just go. Apparently not. So I gotta figure that one out before we do this again. Because I used to do the lives on my phone when I'm out. I was gonna do it on the deck, but I wasn't sure how much power I'd get out there. Because I had to keep the thing plugged in, and I'd have to have an extension cord, and then the dog would be in there crying. Oh, I just couldn't deal with it. Well, I'm so glad, Stacy. That's my job. I like keeping everybody focused. And guess what? Keeps me focused as well. Because if I have to answer to you guys, then maybe I won't be doing so many bite licks and tastes. Because I can't disappoint my Dish with D people. I know. Yep. Stacy, she's going back to work. I'm glad. I'm glad this was very well received. Because it's funny, when it popped into my head, I'm thinking, there really isn't anything out there like, besides, I mean, people do lives all the time, but really it's to discuss the meeting, and I'm trying to call it WW because I don't want them to arrest me. Take cart Dish with D be on the news. Weight Watchers arrested Dish with D today for infringing on their name. Don't want to infringe on their name. Can't do that. So that's why I call it, that's why Stacey and we come up with Dish the Tea with D, or Tea with D. All right, I'm going to sign off because it is almost 9 o'clock. And it's been a phenomenal night. I've met a lot of new people. I'm very bad with names, so if I don't remember your name, don't take it personally, because I barely remember Stacy's name. So everybody, thanks for coming. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this. And we'll do it weekly. Thanks for showing up, guys. Good night, Lou. Good night, Stacy. I can't see who else is on because it doesn't always show me on here. Though I'd have to say if it was on my computer, I'd probably be able to tell. Good night, Diane. Good night, Kathy. I'm glad everybody enjoyed it. I had a great time, too. And you guys are the best. Share me if you think somebody could benefit from a meeting here. Invite them. Good night, Janet. Good night, Kathy. Have a great night. And maybe I'll vlog tomorrow. What's tomorrow's Monday? My car's dead, by the way. Yeah, engine light went on. Yeah. Better now than when school starts, but nonetheless, a pleasure. So yeah, no, I'm going to my son's going back to college on Tuesday, but he drives himself, so we don't have to drive him there. But we have some last minute things to get tomorrow. Go to the DMV, turn 21, get his license changed. Hooray, he can drink legally. That's on the docket for tomorrow, so he'll drive there anyway. But I'm heading out. I'm going to go get the dog walked and probably get ready for bed. But have a great night. Remember, we will dish another day. Good night, folks. Thanks for stopping by. And I'll see you later next week. That's what my leader always says.